Good morning, everyone, from an Ellie that is trying out a little bit of a different style this morning. I wanted to try something new because we have a bit of a story time with this, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of making me laugh where I've got this inspiration from. But I was watching Friends last night, and it was the episode where Rachel goes back to Joshua's parents' place, which, by the way, is the most beautiful New York apartment I think I've ever seen in my life. It's one of those things where when you watch it, when you're maybe a little bit younger, I first started watching Friends when I was like a teen, and it's the kind of thing you barely even kind of like second look at. It's just the kind of thing where she makes a comment about it being a babe magnet, and then you're kind of focused on the storyline. As an adult, with my own home, with a lot of the same kind of styling inspiration, I look at that episode so differently. And it was actually this is what makes me laugh, is that I feel like I'm not the kind of person that gets inspiration from like magazines as much anymore. I'm not the kind of person that gets inspiration from like even like women my own age. Joshua's mum, they come back from their trip from Europe, and she is just wearing the most beautiful tonal outfit, and it's really similar to what I have got on today. She's wearing this gorgeous like camel jumper, she's got a pair of like cream trousers on, and then she's just got a neck scarf, and she's not even like tied it up like tightly around her neck. It's not even like really styled up. It literally looks like she's just chucked it over the top of her outfit. And I was literally watching that episode, and I turned to Alex and went, I'm obsessed with her outfit. And he was like, who, Rachel's? I was like, no, Joshua's mum. Joshua's mum has given me outfit inspiration for my outfit today, and it was just making me laugh so much because I feel like I am someone that I get outfit inspiration from like the weirdest places. I actually remember being in London with a friend at the end of last year, and I saw this lady's outfit, and I turned around and I just went, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with her outfit. And she turned around and looked at this kind of like 20-something that was wearing like these jeans and this like crop jacket. She was like, yeah, that's a cool outfit. I was like, no, the lady over there, she must have been in her 70s or 80s, and she was just wearing the most beautiful, it was like very Dior, this flowy skirt, this like blazer that she had on, and I think she had an Hermes bag on her arm as well. And I was literally just looking at that lady like, that is what I aspire to be. I'm the kind of person that just takes inspiration from the weirdest places. Like, I watch TV shows now, and instead of like watching them for the storyline, I'm watching them like a Nancy Meyers film. Let's be honest, as an adult, you don't watch it for the storyline, you watch it for the home inspiration, for the decor inspo, for the outfit inspo. So it's just making me laugh so much. That is my inspiration, and that is where it comes from these days. Joshua's mum in that one episode of Friends where Rachel goes over to his parents' apartment. I would love to know, have you ever gotten inspiration from like a really weird or like random place? Because it would make me feel a lot better if it's like, I don't know, just like a stranger on the street, or like a TV show where you're maybe like not supposed to be looking at the outfit inspo, but actually that's what your eyes get drawn to. That is exactly what has happened to me today. And saying that, actually, we were watching that episode, and it's so funny because Alex did even turn to me when Rachel was wearing that little slip dress, and it's obviously supposed to be underwear, and then they're talking about the fact that she's wearing it as like a normal dress. They go out for dinner and she's wearing it, and he even turned to me and went, what's wrong with the dress she's wearing? And I was like, you know what's so funny? That would just look like a normal dress in this day and age. Slip dresses are huge, and actually I think it's a really cute slip dress that she's wearing. But obviously I sometimes forget Friends was from 20 years ago. The fact that it's still a show that I watch and love and take inspo from, I feel like is a real testament to the show. Sorry, I'm touching my hair a lot because I washed it this morning, and it's just feeling very soft. The only thing I'm looking at actually, as I'm kind of like looking at the scarf, I feel like it needs a steam, and I'm going to do something that I would not recommend, and we're not going to tell anyone that I'm doing it, but I'm literally going to take my hair straighteners. I've just finished straightening up my hair this morning. I'm going to turn them back on, and I'm just going to give the scarf a little top up with hair straighteners. This is a trick that I do, and as I said, please don't tell anyone I do this because it's probably really bad. But instead of getting out an actual iron, I'll literally just go over because it's just looking a little bit creasy. And just look at the difference. Like, it makes such a difference. I do this with like belts, like, you know, if you're using more of like a fabric belt in summer, silk scarves. It is such an easy little outfit hack, but probably not something that I should admit to doing on the internet. There we go, that looks a little bit better. But yeah, what do we think? Is this a little bit too ageless in terms of the fashion that I'm wearing at the moment, or do we like? I think the silk scarf is really cute, and it's just such an easy little styling outfit inspo. But I've been rambling on for like 5 minutes about where I'm getting my inspiration from, characters from Friends. Honestly, it's always the older characters as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's always the older, like really posh, luxurious ladies, the ones that are usually like just coming for one episode, that are kind of like the mums or the grannies. That is the outfit inspo that I just absolutely adore. I actually was watching Father of the Bride the other day, which I've never seen before. The one, it's not the original, but it's not the most recent remake. It's the one with, what's his name? The guy from Cheaper by the Dozen, and it's got the lady from Second Wives Club, and it's such a great film, mainly for all of the inspiration inside of it. I love the outfits. I was literally taking photos of my TV screen of some of the outfits that they were wearing, that the mum was wearing, that the mother of the groom was wearing, and like the interior inspo, the fact that it had roses climbing up the outside of the house. Honestly, I was drooling, literally drooling. I also love watching The Intern. I get a lot of inspiration from The Intern in terms of Robert De Niro's like apartment that he's got on, that kind of like really like old masculine vibe, because it's something that I just think works so well. It's so timeless, so classic. That literally was not the purpose of me sitting down here this morning. I've just gone on an absolute ramble. I'm that person as well. I always feel like when I chat to you guys, it's like when you're chatting to a friend, you don't exactly have like an itinerary. There's always things where you're like, oh, I need to tell them that, or I need to update them on that, but then you just go off on like the biggest tangents, and you just go down like the biggest rabbit hole of conversation, and that is literally what I'm like whenever it comes to vlogging. But the real reason I sat down with you this morning is because I had something to unbox with you this morning, some new jewellery. And actually, as we're coming up to Valentine's Day, I feel like it's the perfect time to unbox this, because there is nothing that is a better gift to receive on Valentine's than some gorgeous new jewellery. And I've discovered this brand. It's called PetiteElliee, I believe. PetiteElliee. I'm going to pronounce it PetiteElliee. I feel like that works for my accent best. But they do the cutest little jewellery. And actually, one of my favourite things they do is like a lot of engraving and kind of like sayings and personalisation, which I just think would be so lovely to receive on Valentine's. So I thought that we could unbox this together, and I can show you what I have inside, because the packaging is just adorable. And can we just appreciate these little dust bags that the jewellery pieces come in? I mean, can you imagine opening that on Valentine's Day? How cute would that be? I'm obsessed with the like pinky tones, and I love the orange writing with the branding on. I actually really like these as well, because if you're someone that when you go away you don't like to bring like a full jewellery case, something this size is so perfect. Just chuck in a watch, a couple of bracelets, necklace, some rings, and you've got the easiest little travel jewellery bag. So I'm going to unbox this first, because this is the most beautiful ring that I have ever laid my eyes on. And I'm actually really enjoying some more kind of like out there pieces, especially when it comes to evening styling and obviously date night, Valentine's. I feel like this is going to be so perfect to style it around Valentine's. It is the most beautiful statement ring I think I've ever laid my eyes on. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's obviously got the gold mate on it, and it is just so stunning. And I thought this would be so perfect to style up with some more gold pieces. You'll notice I'm wearing a lot more kind of like gold today. I've gone for little pearls, which again, Joshua's mum was wearing in that episode. I've gone for little pearls in my ears, and then one of my favourite pearl chain bracelets. And I thought that the kind of like gold tones would work really well actually with this jumper. But look at how beautiful this ring is. It is huge, like absolutely huge. It is a statement ring and a half, and I just thought it was so gorgeous. I really love the shape of it as well. A friend of mine recently got engaged, and she literally got this shape in her engagement ring, and I just think it's so unique and so beautiful, yet still very timeless and classic. Like, it's a really classic shape to get in an engagement ring. But I love the fact that you've got the kind of like double band going on here. Try and hide my face so that it will actually focus on the ring for me. But it's got this kind of like double band going on, which I think looks really beautiful. And I just love the fact that there's kind of this like yellowy toned gemstone in the middle, which I absolutely adore. I think it's so gorgeous. And it works so well with the jewellery I already have in my collection. So I am in love with that, absolutely in love. And then the other thing, which I feel like this is like PetiteEllie's signature thing. I feel like this is what they are probably best known for. And I have fallen in love with these bracelets. So I picked up a bracelet, and I got one that has a personalization or kind of like little inscription of it. So this one says, "You never know." Don't know if it's going to focus. There you go. I think you can just about see it there. I am so in love with this. I feel like having a bangle that's maybe a little bit more kind of like personalized, a little bit more like special in terms of the meaning behind it, is just so lovely. So if you are looking for a gift, I think this would be lovely. They do them in gold and silver. Got loads of different quotes and loads of different sayings, which I just think is so lovely. So you can literally like pick and choose whichever saying you feel like kind of like sits best with you, or anything that's maybe a little bit special. If there's anything that maybe you and your partner kind of like say to each other a lot, I think that's just so lovely. I believe they also do one that you can completely personalize yourself, so it might be worth having a look into that now, so that you can order it in times for Valentine's. But I just love how that looks. I feel like it's just so beautiful. Like, there's nothing more timeless and classic than a gold bangle, and the fact that it's got the inscription on it, I love. I can just look down and be like, you never know. You never know what you can say yes to. You never know what something can lead to. You never know who you're gonna meet. I feel like it's just such a lovely saying, and actually holds a really special place in my heart. It's something Alex and I say to each other a lot. I think because I am someone that lives with anxiety, I often will jump to like the worst conclusions, and I will often be that person that's like, yeah, but you never know, this and this could happen, and Alex will have to be like, but you never know, this and this could happen. And it's something that I feel like is really special to me, and just holds such a like special place in my heart. So I think this would be such a lovely gift to receive on Valentine's, as we're starting to think about the season of love now that we are well and truly into February. So I will leave a link to Jewellery down below if you do want to shop their pieces. I would definitely recommend their bracelets for Valentine's. I think they would just make such lovely gifts, but also I'm kind of obsessed with the statement ring. I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I was just about to kind of organize my jewellery box and add my ring into a little section, because it's a bit much to wear just like during the day. It's very much an evening statement piece, and I've opened up my jewellery box, and this is something that I'm so bad for doing. I just shove things in there, and I'm really bad at like putting things in their place and where they're supposed to be. So this is the current state of the top layer of my jewellery box. You guys know I've got a set of Stackers boxes. Sorry, there's the Jewellery pieces there. I've got Stackers jewellery boxes, which I absolutely adore. And I'm also now using my gorgeous Fable England jewellery boxes. This is a bit more kind of like everyday pieces, which I really love. I unboxed this with you just before Christmas time, and I think it's still available. So I'll leave these both linked down below. I would definitely recommend getting your hands on some Stackers, especially if you're like me and you've got quite an extensive collection. And I have actually recently been trying to kind of whittle down my jewellery collection and just make it a little bit more manageable in terms of pieces that I'm actually reaching for, pieces that I'm actually wearing. So I want to do a little bit of jewellery organisation and just make sure that everything's kind of back in its place and back where it's supposed to be. That is looking so much better now. My goodness me. What has literally only taken me about half an hour to do has made the world of difference in terms of my jewellery storage and in terms of my jewellery collection. It's just going to make it so much easier with regards to like making things more wearable, making sure I know where everything is, and I just need to be so much better at like putting things back in their place, putting things back where they are supposed to be. As I mentioned, I have really whittled down my jewellery collection recently. I've been trying to make it a little bit more curated, and I've been trying to make sure that everything in my collection I'm really getting the wear out of. I know I talk a lot about the pieces in your wardrobe working hard for you, but I do also think your jewellery collection needs to work hard for you and make sure that you're getting the wear out of your pieces. You'll probably have noticed from like my Instagram and my videos, I'm so much more selective about the jewellery that I wear, especially on a daily basis, and I just really want to make sure that everything that I've got in my collection is working hard, that I really get my wear out of, and I'm really glad to have in my collection. Like, the jewellery sparks joy. That's the most important thing. So I know it sounds ridiculous to say that this is a curated collection when I literally have like 3 layers of jewellery here, but I used to have a lot more because of the partnerships that I used to have in the past and the brands that I used to work with. So I used to have a lot more, whereas this is like a really whittled down, favourite curated jewellery collection pieces. So I thought what might be a nice idea is to do a bit of an updated jewellery collection video, because I've not really done that for a really long time, and it's changed a lot since I feel like you last saw my full collection. I've had a lot more like brands that I've been working with and a few new pieces that I've been adding into my collection that I am just loving. So let's start with the little Fable England jewellery box, because I adore this. It's just the cutest thing in the world. The embroidery is beautiful. I love the little, is he a dormouse? A church mouse? A field mouse? I'm not entirely sure, but he is the cutest thing in the world. And they also do this in a gorgeous navy blue colour, which I was really tempted by because you know my obsession with navy blue at the moment, but I felt like the pink just worked so well with regards to my dressing room, and I loved the contrast between the pink and the green inside the green velvet. I just think is so beautiful. I love how it looks, and I feel like you can see your jewellery a little bit clearer in the kind of like darker green velvet, so I really liked that about it. So I basically got necklaces in this bit, bracelets in this bit, rings and earrings. So this is like my most reached for and my most worn pieces in my collection. So ring wise, we've got some gorgeous ones like my gorgeous Pandora trilogy ring. I always get compliments every time I wear this because it looks so vintage inspired. If the focus is gonna work, it looks so vintagey. I absolutely adore it. It looks so much more expensive than it actually is, so that's one that I reach for quite a lot. Obviously my Pandora Brilliance rings, I love these so much. They are the lab grown diamonds from Pandora. So I've got my 3 silver ones. I think they're silver, they might be platinum, I can't quite remember, but the like silvery toned ones, and then my gold one, which I'm wearing today, just sits there. I then got a pair of earrings that you guys will no doubt recognize these because I wear these almost every single day. These are the Monica Vinader Dea Huggies, and they are probably hands down my favorite pair of earrings ever. They're so easy to wear. I love the fact that they're like not perfect. They look so interesting when you have them in your ears, and they're super comfortable. If you're the kind of person, I know we always have these discussions about whether you take earrings out at the end of the day or if you leave earrings in. If you're a leaver innerer, these earrings are perfect for you because obviously they are completely closed in, so they're not going to fall out and you're not going to feel the backs of them at all. I've then got gorgeous pair of Lane's diamonds, which I obviously adore. I've got a lovely little pair of Huggies which have a little pearl on the end, which you'll recognise these because I wear these quite a lot as well. And then a stunning pair of Pandora Huggies. Now these are a pair of like solid gold Huggies. They are spenny, but they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And again, a pair that I get a lot of wear out of. If you're a keeper innerer with regards to your earrings, you will love those. And then necklaces down here. Oh my gosh, this necklace I picked up just before Christmas. You'll have seen me unboxing this during Vlogmas, and it has been one that I've worn so much. It's a Monica Vinader one. My goodness, that's a tongue twister. A Monica Vinader necklace, and it's just the most beautiful. Again, they love this kind of like imperfect, like it looks like it's been bashed about kind of finish with regards to their jewellery. So I obviously got this in the silver, but they also do it in gold, and they also do like a locket version. It's like a much bigger version that you can do in a locket that I've seen. Someone I know has done that for her bridesmaids, and she's got the date of her wedding. What's the word? Inscribed in it? Embossed in it, engraved in it, that's the word. She's got the date of her wedding engraved in the necklace, and I just think that's so lovely. But I love how dainty this one is. You'll notice with a lot of my jewellery, it's very dainty and very tiny, which I guess being a petite girl is just kind of goes hand in hand. But I've got another gorgeous couple of pairs of necklaces, and then my most reached for bracelets, like my Pandora snake chain bracelet. I absolutely adore. I reach for this one all the time. I also love the chain bracelets. What I love about these is how much you can personalize them. So the one I'm wearing obviously has a little pearl on it. This one's got a little star, but any kind of like charms that you can get your hand off, they don't even have to be like the same brand charms, they work. The pearl that I'm wearing is not a Pandora pearl, yet it fits with my Pandora bracelet. So some everyday bracelets in there as well, so I love that. I then on this top shelf have again some quite regularly reached for things. I feel like these are the rings that are almost like, I don't want to say like second tier, but basically my second most reached for rings, which this actually makes me a bit sad that this isn't my reach for anymore, because do you remember I used to wear this ring literally every single day on this finger, and I wore it all the time. I do still love it, but I think it's more of like an evening ring for me now. It's a bit more of kind of like a events ring, if I'm being totally honest, but I do absolutely adore it. It's a Pandora ring, and it's got the most beautiful kind of diamante detailing, the most beautiful like O. I just think it's so, so gorgeous. I used to wear this all the time, but because I don't reach for it quite as much anymore, that sits there. I've then got some other rings that are, again, ones that I wear a fair amount, but just not a huge amount. I feel like I'm so selective with rings now, but I've got this gorgeous, these are all Pandora rings actually, a gorgeous little infinity one with the gold. I've got a really gorgeous one. I call this my tangled ring because of the detailing that it has on it. It's so beautiful. I love this one because it's so unique. And then my favorite little birthstone rings, which I adore. This is Alex's birthstone, my mum's birthstone, and my birthstone, which I think is so special that I can wear those. I then have all of my bangles on this side because there is basically no other way to put them. I wish that Stackers would do one where it was almost like just like a half and half, because I think that would be perfect with regards to my bangles. In terms of the Stackers boxes that I have, these are actually the smaller sizes. You can get a double size in this, but I just wanted the kind of miniature size because I just think it sits a little bit nicer on my desk. So this is the only place that I can put bangles and bracelets. These literally won't fit anywhere else. I was trying to like fold them up and put them in these slots, but they won't fit anywhere else. So these are both Pandora ones, which are really, really gorgeous. I've also got my stunning Monica Vinader diamond bracelet, which I love so, so much. This is the wishbone bracelet they call it. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I do love this so much, and it's got the diamonds on the edge, so that's very much like a evening bracelet for special occasions. And then the rest are all Pandora bangles, which I will basically just switch up for like events and whatever I want to, just switch up my jewellery stack a little bit. I also love this one. This is a Pandora, again, brilliant diamond bracelet, which I just think is gorgeous. I really love bangles actually. I think bangles are such a classic to have in your collection, so love that tier. This tier then is kind of like the next one down, and again, one that I reach for a little bit more often than maybe like these pieces. So I've really tried to organise it so that things are kind of like in their place and they make the most sense. So I've got my gorgeous, very like statement pearl earrings here. This is a pair of Jennifer Behr earrings, and I love them so, so much. I love the like double pearl. I think they just look so stunning, and I always get compliments every time I wear them. I also always get compliments on, I think these are also Jennifer Behr, which are really, really gorgeous. If you're wanting to mix up a bit more like diamonds with pearls, these are the ones that I go for. If I can try and get the focus to work on these earrings, because it's got a diamond there and then the drop pearl, and again, they are just beautiful. They're so stunning when it comes to like wedding styling. These would make beautiful bride wedding earrings like on your wedding day. I absolutely adore those. I've then got some more statement earrings, these stunning Monica Vinader ones. These are part of the Kate Young collection, which I really, really like. They're like a half gold, half kind of like wooden mix, which I adore. I don't reach for them too much because they are quite heavy on my ears, but they do make such a statement. If you're doing like a bit of a slick back bun look and you just really want to like elevate your outfit, these elevate it so, so much. I've then got my favourite Jennifer Behr pearl necklace. You'll have seen I've been wearing this quite a lot recently. I absolutely adore this necklace. It's just so stunning. I love the like size of the pearls. I think they're so perfect. I love the colourway of it as well, because some pearls can be a bit more cool toned. These are quite like a warmer pearl. They are freshwater pearls, and every time I wear this necklace, I just feel like it elevates the outfit so, so much. We then have some statement rings in these two. I've got silver statement rings, gold statement rings. So of course, I've added my new statement ring into this little pot. I just love how it looks. Like this stone, I think is so, so beautiful. I love the yellow stone. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. If you look closer, you can see that one of the bands actually has multicoloured diamantes running around it, whilst the other one just has the classic silver diamante. So I love that. I then have some pearl bracelets, pearl necklaces, pearl earrings. Can you tell? I absolutely adore pearls. I've then got a little Swarovski set here, which Alex actually got me, I think it was the first Valentine's that we spent together. So this is a really, really special set for me. As I said, I feel like jewellery is just such a perfect gift to receive at Valentine's. It just feels really, really special, and I've kept that 7 years on. So that really goes to show how adorable it is to receive jewellery for Valentine's, and then a couple of diamante bracelets. And then this one is ones that I don't reach for as much, but I still do love. I've got my stunning Cézanne earrings. Look at these. They are so fun. They are so big, and they are the kind that when you just really want to like add something extra to an outfit you go for. What I love about these is they're not too heavy in terms of statement earrings, so you can wear them all night. They are so fun, and they do actually come in a few different colorways. Of course, I just had to go for the classic gold with the stunning kind of like pearlescent. This looks like mother of pearl to me, which is what I really like, and I love that it's like this kind of flower design. So they both need their own little compartments. They are so big, but I've got those. I've then got a lot of hoop earrings. As you can tell, I love hoop earrings. These are all Pandoras, and I've got so many different sizes. I've got different kind of finishes, whether it's like diamantes or plain, different metals, whether it's the gold or the silver. So all of my hoop earrings live there. I've then got my sapphire collection from Pandora, which I really like. This is so perfect when you just want to do like a really matchy look for like a Valentine's look. That is beautiful. Some less reached for rings, but some rings that I absolutely adore. Necklaces, another pearl necklace. This is my Pandora one, which I really like. So it's like a half chain, half pearl, and then just some little kind of extra clips and charms and things like that. So my entire jewellery collection updated, which I'm so happy with. As I said, it's so much more whittled down compared to what it used to be, and I feel like everything in my collection now works hard for me and I actually get the wear out of. I've also stopped using this to really put jewellery in. I kind of just use it for like hair clips, and if I just want to like take my ring off for a minute, if I'm moisturising, like I don't like to wear my ring when I'm putting on my skincare and stuff, I can just pop it in there and it sits really nicely. So my full updated jewellery collection, I'm so happy with how it's looking now, and just the actual kind of like collection itself is just so much more curated and makes me so happy. I actually have such a funny story to share about that jewellery box from before we got engaged, because Alex went and chose the engagement ring. He went and got it himself, and obviously, as most men wouldn't know, I had no idea what ring size I was, but he knew I had a lot of rings that I wear on the daily, and there was specific rings that he knew would like fit my ring finger, because I would always talk about like the gemstone rings. They were the ones I would always wear on my ring finger, and so he went into my jewellery box, took one of the Pandora rings so that he could take it to Lane so that he could size up the engagement ring for me. Now, one thing he didn't realise, and this is just such a weird thing, does anyone else like do something really specific? Like maybe you make the bed specifically, maybe you kind of like leave cups specifically, maybe you load the dishwasher specifically. I very specifically never actually do the button on the top, like the little popper on the top level of my Stackers jewellery box. I always leave it like just kind of like hanging there. Don't know why, just always do. And there was one day that I came to my jewellery box and it was closed, and I remember going to Alex. I turned to him and I was like, have you been in my jewellery box? And he was like, no, why? And I said to him, I was like, oh, it's just a bit weird, like I never actually closed the lid. I don't know why the lid's been closed. And the quick thinker that he is turned around and went, oh, it must have been the housekeeper, like when she was cleaning. And I was like, oh yeah, of course, obviously it would have been the housekeeper, like how silly of me. Yes, obviously. And then after we got engaged, he turned to me and he was like, oh my God, I thought you'd blown my cover. I thought you'd guessed, because yes, it was me that closed your jewellery box. How was I supposed to know? You don't normally close it. And I was howling. He said that he has never freaked out so much than just me coming to him with a simple question like, oh, have you been in my jewellery box? He honestly thought the whole thing was blown and that the whole engagement was ruined. And I just think that is the cutest thing in the world. And just, I'm not gonna lie, every time I come to my jewellery box now, whenever I'm like opening that lid and like not properly closing it, it just makes me giggle to myself, thinking about poor little Alex, thinking that I'd completely guessed what was going on. I had no clue. I was absolutely clueless. I honestly had no idea, but it just makes me chuckle every time I look at the jewellery box now. Well, another day, another silk scarf. I have literally just been getting out my entire silk scarf collection to have a bit of a play about. I've gone for a black roll neck today, so I thought that would also work really well with the scarf. I don't know, this is a little bit too orange. This is one I've had in my collection for a while that I actually picked up at a marketplace. I think this was in either Italy or France, I can't remember exactly where, but that is a great place to pick up these kind of like satin and silk scarves. I do love this one. I've also got this little Zara one, which I picked up last year, which is very colourful. I love the like purples in it, and the fact that you've kind of just got the pink, so that might be quite cute, particularly with like a black roll neck, just to add a little bit of colour, because I'm not gonna lie, I was editing back the video last night that I filmed yesterday, and I really did like how it looked. I thought it was just really cute, a little bit preppy. You know, I was chatting about in my 2024 trend predictions video the preppy style is back, but it has taken a whole new meaning this year, and I feel like we can really embrace it in like our own way and what works best for us in our wardrobe. So I quite like how this one looks. I do also have though this Holland Cooper one, which I do absolutely adore. It has such a beautiful equestrian style print to it. I love the like chain detail. I love the kind of like florals. I got this in summer, so it's very much like a summery silk scarf. And one thing that I've actually seen that Jade Holland Cooper does herself, if you are looking to like really up your scarf game, something she'll do is she'll get 2 of the same scarf, and these Holland Cooper scarves are like big scarves. They are absolutely huge. What she'll do is she'll actually get 2 scarves, she'll tie them at the back and then make them really long down here. To tell you the honest truth, I don't need that. Can you see how long this silk scarf is on me? Like, I feel like I could easily just do it with one and then belt it in, because being a short girl, I do not need as much material going down my torso as someone like Jade Holland Cooper, who I have met in person. She is beautifully tall and I'm very, very jealous of her height, but actually I think that one's probably the best one. I love the fact that you've got the pinks and you've got like the different colours, like the browns, we've got a little bit of teal blue, and of course a bit of navy, which, you know, I am just obsessed with at the moment. And I do love styling navy with black. I feel like it's such a cute little colour combo. So if you're looking for something really simple, I love the fact that you can add this. It's also actually quite a nice layer of warmth for spring, because here in the UK it is still very cold in spring, but using those kind of like lighter colours and lighter tones, the fact that it's a silk scarf rather than like a woolen scarf, honestly, you'll have seen that throughout January and early Feb, I've been wearing nothing but like coats and scarves on my Instagram at the moment, because I just love styling up like a cozy scarf. But obviously, as we're heading into the transitional period, you want to just like switch up those materials. You just want to make really easy changes that take the outfit from like a wintry look into something a little bit more seasonal and a little bit more transitional. And I feel like switching from like a chunky knit scarf, like my Jacquemus scarf here, obviously not the most appropriate for spring, whereas a silk scarf does actually give you a bit of warmth. I was quite warm when I was wearing mine yesterday, but obviously the material is so much lighter and so much more transitional, ready for the new season. So I think the Holland Cooper one is the one I'm going to be wearing today. And speaking of Holland Cooper, actually, I have you guys to thank. Someone messaged me after I put live my handbag collection video to let me know that one of my favourite bags from Holland Cooper that I featured in that video is currently on sale. And I have to admit, I feel like now is the perfect time to shop your summer handbags. And I know that sounds absolutely crazy because it's so out of season, but trust me, the deals that you can get on summer handbags when it's out of season, and I guarantee this bag will not go out of stock. Instead, it will just go back to full price in summer, because that's when most people are going to be buying it. That's when most people are going to be wanting to add it into your wardrobe. And I raved about this in my handbag collection video. It is honestly one of my favorite handbags. If you're looking for like a nice evening handbag to wear throughout summer, this is so perfect. It's so structured, which I really like, and I feel like that juxtaposition of the really structured kind of design of it with the like leather mixed in with the natural raffia is just so interesting. It's one of those handbags where every time I wore it, I got so many compliments, I got so many questions. And because I would say Holland Cooper isn't as mainstream of a brand, not everybody's heard of it, a lot of people don't quite know what this branding is, so it's a bit of a conversation starter. So this is currently, I believe, I did check last night, 50% off, which is absolutely insane. It's like under £200 now, which I think is absolutely amazing. So I will leave this linked down below if you do want to shop it. There was a couple of other bits actually I saw in the Holland Cooper sale. I won't lie, I was having a little bit of a browse last night after seeing that that bag was in sale, and a couple of bits I wanted to tell you about. My favourite loafers, the black version of these are currently in the sale, and again, I feel like they're very transitional, and I feel like now is the perfect time to pick these up, because throughout spring this is all I'm going to be wanting to wear. They are so handy to either have as like gardening shoes or by the door shoes. They go with so many outfits, and the perfect thing literally just to kick on your feet and run out the door. So I always keep these kinds of like loafers, like slip-ons by the door, because they're so handy. I've got the gorgeous little tan, but as I said, it's the black, I think the black croc effect that has gone into the sale. And knowing Holland Cooper, they're just going to go back to full price in spring, because they're not the kind of thing that they're going to like replace. Holland Cooper are so great with regards to their stock, because obviously they really like look at that kind of sustainability factor. They don't release new things every other week. It's very much like slow releases that stay online for a really long period of time. So the fact that you can shop something like this in the sale is absolutely insane. So I would definitely recommend picking them up. I might have to pick them up myself, because I've got the tan and I feel like now I need the black so that I can kind of complete my like loafer wardrobe collection. They really are so comfortable and such a wearable piece for me. And the other item that I've noticed has gone into the sale is one you're not even ready for, because I get so many questions every time I wear this dress, and for a while it wasn't available online. I think they'd only just put it into the designer outlet store that they've got at Bicester Village. However, I've spotted that this has come back online, and not only has it come back, it is in sale and most sizes are still in stock, and that is my gorgeous Holland Cooper shirt dress. Now it look a little bit different online because they've like rolled up the sleeves and styled it a little bit differently, but this shirt dress is, I probably would say hands down, the most worn shirt dress in my wardrobe. I feel like I'm always on the hunt to find the perfect shirt dress, and I feel like I buy them and I wear them for a little while, but there's always like something that niggles at me. I'm like, maybe that's not quite right, maybe I don't like that, I'm not quite happy with like the feeling of it or the material or how it sits. This dress, I need it in every colorway. I really want them to bring it out in like a white, like a camel tone, because this dress is the most beautiful thing in the entire world. It is so comfortable, it is so wearable and perfect for your transitional spring wardrobe. The only thing I will say is it's a little bit creasy. Can you see that? It's just kind of been in my wardrobe for a little while. I've not worn it for a bit. It does get a little bit creased up, but all you need to do is give it a little bit of a steam in the morning and you are good to go. This is like the perfect dress if you work in an office. You can style it up literally with the loafers that I was showing you. You can style it up with like boots, little white trainers. It's so easy to wear, and I will literally wear this traveling. I'll wear this at the weekend, I'll wear this going into London. Like, it's such a versatile dress. So the fact that it's come back in sale, I feel like this needs to be like the biggest PSA for you guys, because I would get so many DMs about this dress, and I know you were so upset when it wasn't available to shop online and only in store. So the fact that it's back online and it is in the sale honestly excites me so much. So run, don't walk to pick up the shirt dress of the entire year from Holland Cooper. I honestly just absolutely adore this, and I'm so excited to see that it is in the sale. So thank you so much to those of you that messaged me about the bag being in sale, because it means I can tell you about the other pieces that I've spotted in the discounts at Holland Cooper, because they don't do sales very often, so it is quite a big deal whenever things do get discounted. So I'll leave these all linked down below. I feel like this vlog is probably getting a little bit long now, but before I signed off, I just wanted to unbox a new delivery from one of my favourite beauty brands. Too Faced is a brand that I just absolutely adore. In fact, I literally use every single morning my Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 replenishing primer and setting spray. I really love this because I find this as a really like moisturising primer for my makeup. I don't find that it makes my makeup feel like, you know, when you were a kid and you used to hairspray your makeup on. I feel like that is such a like naughty thing to admit to, in the sense of like, we did this in the early noughties, not in the sense of it was naughty, although it was very naughty, because oh my goodness me, hairspray on your face, absolutely atrocious. So it doesn't get that like tacky tight feeling that some setting sprays do. I find this really moisturizing, but still kind of keeps my makeup in place. I absolutely love this. It's got coconut water, so I really love the smell of it as well. So it's a really lovely one. And actually another product that I love from Too Faced, don't use this one every single day, but the chocolate, what is this actually called? Better Than Chocolate palette. Oh my goodness me. If you are looking for just like a really everything palette, this one is literally all that you need. It has so many gorgeous shades in it. I'm going to try not to like flash you, because I know that the light is really bright behind me because I've got the window, but the shades that it's got in there, oh my goodness me, it has everything that you need. It's got mattes, it's got shimmers, it's got neutrals, it's got some more fun colours. So I really like this, especially if I'm doing like a little bit more of like a glam eye look. And I really love how buttery the Too Faced eyeshadows are. They don't feel heavy, they don't feel cakey. I have really sensitive eyes, so these are literally perfect for me, so I love that as well. But they've very kindly sent over what looks like a new product launch from Too Faced, which I'm very excited about, because it's not often that they do new launches. This is the Better Than Sex Doll Lashes. Oh my goodness me, a new version of the Better Than Sex mascara, which I have to admit is the best mascara in the world. I absolutely adore it. I have the Better Than Sex, I have the Better Than Sex Waterproof, and I also have the Better Than Sex in Chocolate Brown, and I love all of them, literally all of them. Whenever I'm doing like a real like smoky eye look, I want my lashes to be like va-va-voom. That is what I reach for. So this says that it's proven to dramatically curl and lengthen for 24 hours even with straight lashes. 262% immediately improved eyelash curl, warm water washable formula, 24-hour non-smudging and non-flaking. This is actually a good one because I do like the fact that it comes off quite easily with just your like usual cleanser. You don't have to like scrub at it with an eye makeup remover unless you're using the waterproof. But I absolutely love this. Can you look at the difference between the lashes there? How insane is that? I love the packaging as well. Doll lashes, oh my goodness me, I'm really excited to give this a try. This sounds absolutely amazing. It's so lovely to receive a new release from Better Than Sex because I do absolutely adore their products. My goodness me, we've just had a dead battery, which if that isn't a sign to wrap this vlog up, then I don't know what is. But I feel like I've had so much to show you in this video. Entire jewellery collections to go through, sale items to chat about, unboxings to do. There's been a lot going on in today's video, so I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'm loving doing this at the moment. So if you got to the end of this video, comment doll down below in your comments so that I know who gets to the end, because it always makes me so happy. I think I've said this before, but I sometimes forget what word I tell you to comment, and so I'll just suddenly see 10 comments pop up being like doll, and it honestly just makes me smile so much. So into kind of epitomise the doll lashes, comment doll down below in your comment to let me know that you made it to the end of my very rambly, very chatty video. So I just want to say I appreciate you so much. Those who watched to the end, you are my favourites, my absolute favourites, because your girl can talk. Your girl can really talk. But I've loved showing you everything in this video. It's been such a fun video to film, and I am just loving vlogging at the moment. It really is just making me so happy. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button as well, I would love it if you hit it now. I know a lot of you guys watch these videos without actually subscribing. I think it's because some of you watch it on the TV. So maybe just like log into your YouTube account and hit that subscribe button on the TV if you haven't already, because it just helps me out so much. I'm gonna leave you guys here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.